I can't see that. What is that?
It's the new Topps royalty that was just released. Well, it actually comes out on Friday, but we might have to do a sneak peek break right here.
I dig it. That's a good idea.
Instead of Rip It Friday, we'll go Rip It Wednesday, media edition.
I like it. We'll get into that. All right, let's talk about the fight first, right? I mean, getting back to work, main event. Just give me the feel right now, the emotions. After a long time away, to be back and to being a headliner.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I'm the last time you guys saw me out here was December of 23. Man, it seems like forever, but at the same time, it went by so quick, and I can't be more excited to get back in there and show the world who I am. I'm stoked for Saturday night.
And it was kind of just a self-imposed hiatus, right? I mean, you could have fought, but you just said, I'm not going to for a while.
No, I could have fought, but it's I feel like I owe it to myself, my coaches, my wife, my family, fans, the UFC. The last handful of years, I've not been fighting at my best. I've been fighting at a fraction of myself, and now so I had to work on myself, get back to 100%, and I'm fighting and training the way I used to. So you guys are going to see something special Saturday night.
I love it. Was it challenging for you at all during that time to say, you know what, like we're 6 months in, we're good, let's go, let book a fight, let's get something done. Was it challenging at all to stick to it and say, no, let's take our time, let's heal up, and let's do this right?
No, it wasn't really challenging just because all I did was focus on physical therapy, strength and conditioning. I went down to Cellular Performance Institute, CPI, 3 times last year. I work with some of the best therapists. I have my dietitians, the best in the game. And it's been a team effort. My coaches, friends, family, everybody. That's why I call it Team Emmett, the best team around. And I'm going to go out there and put on a hell of a show on Saturday and look to get another highlight reel finish.
That's awesome. And last kind of thing on the left, like when did you know it was time? Like were there like physical markers or mental thoughts? Like when did you know, okay, yep, we're good. Now it's time to get back in there?
Yeah, no mental markers ever with me. It's just, I know it's 100% and I know it's 30%. I feel like I've been fighting the last few years with the best guys in the world. And yeah, there's fights I definitely want back, but the first thing is I got to get through Lerone Murphy. And the good thing is, the title fight, the vacant title fight is the following weekend. So I will be in the conversation and the talks. But first and foremost, I have to go out there and beat a tough, talented Murphy.
All right, you talk about it, tough and talented. Just break him down and what you see. I mean, obviously you fought the very best in the world. Does he belong in the discussion of those guys? What do you think he brings to the table?
Yeah, like I'll tell you when I talk to you guys Saturday what I think his skill set is. But he's good. He comes from a great camp. He's very technical. He's a I'd say more so of a kickboxer, but I know he's been working on his weaknesses, hence be his grappling and his wrestling over the years. I've seen a lot of improvement in his later fights. I know he says he's still learning on the job. There's no learning on the job when you're in there with me. We'll see, but yeah, he's good, but he's never fought anybody like me. I know he thinks he's fought someone similar to me, but no one that he's fought is even close to me. And he's going to be in for a rude awakening on Saturday night.
I mean, you're not much of a trash talker, but that was a pretty savage line there. There's no learning on the job with me. I like that.
I like it.
Look, like you said, the title fight's next week. I mean, do you feel like, hey, I got to do something spectacular? I mean, we know you're capable of spectacular. So do you feel like I got to deliver something like that so that I am in that discussion because, there are other names and you have been away for a year? Or is it more just like, let me just go get a win of any kind and my resume speaks for itself?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I just have to go out there and win. Like, I've never been in a boring fight. I know what the UFC wants to see. I know what the fans want to see. They're excited when I'm on a card because every strike I throw, I'm trying to finish the fight. And I don't feel like I have to go out there and make a statement, but I'm going to. And the goal is to be a world champion. That's always been my goal. Murphy wasn't the original opponent I wanted because he's behind me. It's a high risk for really no reward. But at the end of the day, I've never turned down a fight. I've always fought these fights. I fought the best in the world. So I should be able to go out there, handle business, and then we'll see what's next.
how are the discussions with Slava Claus around the gym? His beard's getting pretty strong. I mean, is this a competition we got going on, or who's rocking the best one?
I know we're gonna have to bring him up here. Everyone's talking about we're twins and stuff. It's like he's just a little taller than me, but it's he phenomenal person, phenomenal training partner, and Slava's a world champion kickboxer. He's been helping me for all these years, but we've really been getting at it for this camp in particularly. And I know Slava's a better kickboxer, and he fights at 55s, and it's been a great training partner, and my coaches and team and everyone has me dialed in, and it's been a great camp. I can't believe it's Wednesday. I'll be on weight in less than 48 hours, and it doesn't even feel like fight week.
Dig it, man. Last thing for me, obviously, I guess we're going to get to the cards here in a little bit. What we got to do to get a beer sample as well, the lights out beer? Is that you bringing that as well?
Yeah, so we just released the Josh Emmett's Lights Out. It's a lager, hence the lights out, The other one was a One Punch IPA. But this is still, it's a very, it's a great beer. I partnered with Knee Deep Brewery. They're known for their craft beers. They're all around the world, and it's at a handful of restaurants and bars right now, and then it'll hit retail here soon. Whole Foods, Bevmo, Costco, and so on.
Did you get to play any part with the marketing for the beers? Did you get, in terms of, what the can or anything is going to look like?
And originally, when I dropped the last one, it was Josh Emmett's One Punch IPA. I did a play off of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So that's why it's all pixelated, and then I'm punching their mascot. It's the green hop guy. You might have seen him in, Breaking Bud is their really popular IPA.
That's awesome.
And it's... But yeah, so they gave me Andrew he's one of the owners. Yeah, phenomenal people, and I got to taste everything and create my own beer that I wanted to do. They let me have full go with the label and everything. So I just gave them the ideas, and they had their media person kind of draft it up. But it was a fun experience. I went out there and actually put all the hops, and I didn't do too much. I didn't step on the beer master's toes too much, but I got to actually brew the beer and create it and can it, and it's been nothing but a fun experience.
That's incredible. And I know you said this wasn't the fight initially that you want. I mean, was there a particular name up ahead of you that you were looking for, that you were hoping to try to get back in there with?
Anyone that has the title, that's who I want to fight for, but I know that's not how that works. But I wanted someone in front of me, so I want to fight the best in the world, someone in the top 3, if not the number 1 contender, so I can get a next shot at the title. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm capable of. I just have to go out there, and I'll fight anybody.
Yeah. And I know you said you want to try to get some fights back at some point. Are there any of the particular 2 recent, I'm looking at Ilya and I'm blanking on the other one, but the end there, Yair. I mean, is there one of those 2 that when you say you want to start getting some of those back, is it both of those you're hoping to get back at some point?
The main thing was, Ilya was a champion. It's like, I didn't fight a great fight at all in that fight, you know what I mean? So that's mainly the fight that I've been doing everything in my power to get back, but, he's not there anymore, so... Yeah. We'll see. I'm solely focused on Murphy right now. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do what I do best, and then we'll see what's next.
Are you a guy that pays attention to the odds? Why do you think the odds makers put him as the favorite in this, with you being a higher rank than he is?
I don't know, just Vegas. They like to make money. So, it's I love it. It's like my friends, the people that are betting, they love it when I'm a huge underdog. What, plus 275? Bet the house.
Yeah, it went a little bit down. It's plus 260 now.
But watch, the line's going to change here in a little. Tomorrow will be, who knows.
Awesome. Best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you have any beard tips for people that are looking to grow something like that?
Damn, I can't grow anything on my head, so that's all I got, That's all I got. Maybe if you could bleach your hair until you go bald, maybe you'll grow a good beard.
Fair. So... You were saying that you were 30%. Are you saying that you were 30% in that Bryce Mitchell fight?
I feel like I've not been at my best in every fight. I was getting worse.
Interesting.
I'll tell you now though, over the course of the last 14 months, we've been working on my power and everything, and I can promise you I'm so much more powerful than I was. So wait till that right hand connects.
How is that even possible?
Oh, you'll see.
Is this the most you've ever been tagged in your entire life of people tagging your knockout of Bryce Mitchell over the past 2 months?
No, it's kind of like, it was crazy how it went, kind of viral, like on other platforms, but not so much on the UFC. They didn't really show that on their socials. But then I don't know. And then obviously some of the stuff he said before, then it kind of reignited it. But it is what it is. Like, I treat people the way they treat me, and like Bryce, every interaction I've had with him, he's been nothing but respectful for me, or respectful to me. So, like, to me, like, I treat him the way he treats me, and I think sometimes he just, he has a huge platform, and he just maybe has to just be a little careful what he says.
And I realize, like, you've already kind of explained that you needed some time off, but, like, in the back of your head, coming off one of the knockouts of the year, did you want to kind of, like, leapfrog off that and be like, I'm back, look at this knockout, like continue this role?
Yeah, of course. Like, but I just couldn't. It's like, I think most fighters, I don't think there's one fighter on the entire roster that would fight that I did for 2.5 years. They wouldn't fight once what I was dealing with.
Interesting.
I can promise you that.
What's your thoughts on the UFC 314 main event? Who do you got winning that fight?
I don't know. I'm excited to watch it. Both super talented fighters. I feel like just Volkanovski, just being who he is and such a dominant champion, like, I'm leaning towards him. Like, I think Volkanovski gets that job done. But I don't know. Like, the way that Diego wins, obviously he's good everywhere. He's hungry. If he wins, I think he catches him early. But the longer the fight goes, I think it's heavily favored towards Volkanovski.
You also got Patricio Pitbull versus Yair Rodriguez. Do you have any interest in that fight? And do you think Pitbull's going to kind of show out?
I'm not too sure. Like, I know Pitbull. He's really good. He was a 2-division champion in Bellator. But I don't know. It's stylistically. It's we'll see real quick in the first round. It's like I can argue how both guys win and get the job done, but it's who shows up, who wants it more. But I think we'll figure that out very quick within the first, like, few minutes of the fight.
And finally, for me, are you stoked that the team leader Uriah Faber is coming back to fight again?
Yeah. It's a lot of guys. They're coming back, and I mean, I want to go down there and watch that fight. I'm curious to see how that organization kind of pans out and plays out. But yeah, it seems like a lot of veterans for sure are fighting each other, and people that were in this organization. So yeah, more power to them, because they're making I know some of the pay that these guys are making, and it's ridiculous. I wish I could go hop over and do one fight, then I'll come back.
Yeah, is it pretty wild to see those numbers?
Oh, insane.
Do you think they last more than 2 events?
Who knows? We'll find out.